saying you are not sure as to when that please call me thing from accused number 2 was made to this alleged Mr. Mchiako, not so?
I don't remember the exact date,
Yes.
my lord. There's a difference of not being sure as whether what I'm saying could be true or not. I know it was made. I know it's there. What I'm not certain of is the date. Secondly, my lord, with regards to the location of the number, when I'm saying I'm not sure, I'm not saying I'm not sure that there is such a confirmation. I'm simply saying I'm not able to place this confirmation either at the LPC or his company's letterhead. But I know the number is there. That of I'm certain, my lord.
That is exactly what I was warning about, Mr. Kaminda, earlier on. Then if you don't understand my question, can you please request me to repeat it? I am saying to you, we are not sure as to when that call was made, not whether this number is reflected in the books of LPC or what, but the period, the time at which this call was made, you are not sure. That is my question.
We will, and we don't want to interfere with Advocate Mrs. cross-examination. The evidence is on record. We called Ms. Van Thillingam. She handed in the cell phone records. The Section 25s are there. Why should we be debating this point when the evidence is on record? We have it in black and white. We should be referring to that evidence instead of, expecting of Brigadier Gininda now to confirm something that is already on record.
It's about credibility and reliability. There is nothing wrong in my question. If I ask this witness and ask him, he is not sure. It's simple for him to say, yes, I am not sure, or I am sure. This is the time at which that call was made. I don't know what is the state's worry about it. But nonetheless, let us proceed. Thank you. Brigadier, now this is more of a legal aspect. When an attorney says, I am lawfully authorized to represent a person, there are documents that must have been signed by the person that he claims to be representing. You may not know this. This is what I'm telling you. Those are those documents are the power of attorney and a letter of instruction. Now that is just by way of a background. And do you follow? And do you understand?
My lord, I do follow, I understand,
Thank you.
And I know of these forms. I am aware. Contrary to what Advocate Mnisi is saying, I am aware that instructions will be given and they will be written down, my lord.
Incwadi ke ukhuluma ngazo ukuthi ke kunencwadi ke ekufanele zibe khona ke noma igcwaliswe ke uma kuwukuthi umsolo wakhe uqoka ummeli ngiyazazi ke lezo ncwadi lezo okhuluma ngazo.
Now, I know that I do not represent Mr. Tansi, but I have been following the proceedings here in court. And the following questions would not be based on a specific instruction that comes from Mr. Tansi, but will be based on what I have heard, which is already on record, and what transpired here at court. And I'm doing this solely because I'm an officer of the court trying to assist this court to come to an equitable finding. Do you understand?
I understand, my lord.
Thank you. Now, and I don't want to put the cart before the horses, But you would realize that up to this point where we are, there's been no letter of authority, a letter of representation and a power of attorney that has been made available to the court as confirmation that Mr. Msinyati, no. Mr. Mchiyako was lawfully representing accused number 2. Would you agree with that?
So, my lord, firstly,
Before Brigadier Ginida answers, there's no such obligation on the state or anyone else except the client to produce such proof. The client is the only one who would have, it's between client and attorney. The client is the only one who would have such document. How can it now be that proposition be put to Brigadier Ginida when this is attorney-client privilege? These are not documents that are in the public domain.
As it is the court, but I think the state misunderstands my trajectory. In instances where the client says, I do not know that legal representation, he basically saying, I do not know him. It then becomes incumbent upon the state to come and say, if they want to rely on the assertion that you are represented by this and this and this person, it therefore becomes incumbent upon the state to come and say, you know what, or make an application to the court and say, can the court please grant us the indulgence to piece the attorney and client thing? Yes, a privilege. And the court will grant. But nonetheless, my lord, nonetheless.
The inviolable constitutional right of the client.
May the court please just listen to what I'm saying, my lord, up to its finality. Yes. The client says, I do not know this gentleman. He never represented me. I never signed any document. Yes. Thank you, my lord. We are together, my lord. Thank you.
And as a court, please, my lord, the state did, as we've repeatedly said, lay the evidence of Ms. Fathillingham, and I just want to quote from the record of the 26th of June 2024,
No, but that
page
is
11.
procedural, my lord. Mr. Baloyi will have the indulgence to re-examine. This is my rostrum. This is my time now. If he feels that there is something that I've said which is not compatible with what the record says, he will have the opportunity to go back to that aspect in re-examination. He cannot just, in the midst of me being busy with my cross-examination, and then start to refer the court to some sections
I
in the
don't know what he
record.
wants to refer the court to. So you won't even allow him to say what he wants
No,
to say?
I already know, madam.
Oh, you already know?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Because he has already mentioned that there's a testimony of Mrs. Vitillingham, which has got to do with some cell phone, I think, communication.
That is quoting from the record.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
But that is what I'm saying, my lord.
Okay, fine.
Now, this is my time to
Okay,
cross-examine.
fine, let's go on.
If he wants to raise it, re-exam is coming.
Okay.
Thank you, my lord.
It is the absolute audacity for me of Baloyi standing up, reading. He already started with the reading, and Mnisi says, you have got to be kidding me right now. I am doing my cross-examination. You will wait for re-examination. My lord tries to say, but we don't know what and Mnisi says, not on my watch. No. I've had it up to here with you. You've been objecting, okay? Just in this clip alone, he's objected 3 times, okay? If we add the others from the date, that's a total of 5. 5. And Mnisi says, you're disrupting me. It's my turn. You can't be coming up with all these objections. Just because Mnisi is asking Baloyi a question that requires him to give a date, and he says it's okay as well. If Ginida says, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Why is Baloyi objecting so much? What is it? What is his concern? But let's continue listening on. I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
It's a pity that my flow gets interrupted here now and again. But nonetheless, I remain steadfast.
So, my lord, what I wanted to say
Yes.
in response to that is that, firstly, as I indicated, my understanding, and I respect those boundaries, there's attorney-client privilege. It is not for me to detect as to who the accused or suspect must appoint and why did I appoint that person. That's the first part. It is not for me to request the written instructions or mandate from the suspect to say, show me the proof that I've never done that, my lord. That, my lord, overflow. In other words, it continues. It's not an isolated incident when it comes to Mr. Mjiako. So after Mr. Mjiako, there was Mr. Tobane, and then later Advocate Tifo. Subsequent to them, then there was Mr. Ramsipili. None of these legal representatives have ever approached and say, give me the proof that you have a legal mandate to this person. In fact, my lord, at some stage, both Mr. Ramsipil and Mr. Tobane were before court, and it was not clear as to whose mandate is on. I never said now, because there's this confusion that you are here, you said you have a mandate from the family, and this one still thinks he's got a mandate. Give me proof as to how you got this mandate. And I'm referring to Mr. Ramsipile specifically. I never asked that, my lord, because it's the constitutional right for the accused person to appoint whoever he so pleases and to terminate whatever mandate he wants to terminate. That's my response, my lord.
Thank you, sir. The circumstances are totally different. We're talking here on instance where accused says, I do not know that man. I never gave him mandate to come represent me. With these latter instances that you're referring to, Tobane, Mr. Ramusipili, and who's the other one? And Mr. Tefo. There are no such allegations that are coming from accused, but nonetheless, the circumstances are totally different.
No, I disagree, my lord. Yes, I forgot, my lord, Mr. Ngomezulu as well. But also, my lord, I wanted to say I disagree with what Advocate Mnisi is saying. And I dealt with this part during my evidence during the trial within trial,
Yes.
where I said when accused 2 specifically appeared in court, he was legally represented by Mr. Mjiako. And we even went through the records or the transcript of the proceedings of the 27th of October. There was no way where he said, I don't know this advocate or this counsel, my lord. It's there. We dealt with this part.
Am I the only one who finds any time that Advocate Mnisi and Advocate Ramsip are huddling up, okay? Especially after Rams goes to see accused number 2, Obangani Ntanzi. So satisfying. And of course, my curiosity is piqued. What is going on in the courtroom? What is happening? Because the brigadier is out here denying on these streets, knowing Mjiako. What is it that Wangani Ntanzi has as the final nail?
As it is the court, my lord. Now, as I indicated earlier on, that I hold no specific instruction in this regard, but I am saying this in view of the evidence that is already on record. I'm discerning this from the testimony that is already on record. So I'm saying I hold no specific instructions from accused in that regard. I think that should be put beyond doubt, my lord. That I'm not taking over the representation of Mr. Ntanzi. Thank you. Let us proceed. Now, you are being requested by a commissioner. By the way, who's the commissioner that you said requested you to take over this case, because it's been years that things have not been happening in this case? Sithole.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how I put the instruction that he gave me, my lord, but it was the former National Commissioner, General Sithole.
Thank you.
National Commissioner.
Thank you. General Sithole says to you, Brigadier Kininda, we seated with a bit of an embarrassment on our desk here because there's an incident that happened in 2014 and up until now it's 2019. There's nothing that seems to be happening. Can you please come and assist? And as a diligent officer of the South African Police Services, you said, no, it's fine. I am up to the task. Not so. Just to give a very brief summary. I'm not saying those are the exact words which were used.
Yeah, yes, my lord, but the summary is also not accurate. So the interaction, firstly, let's deal with the year accurately, was 2018, because I signed for the docket on the 12th of November 2018. That's the first part. Secondly, my lord, it was a mandate. Police officers are given instructions, not that you have a view to say, yeah, I can do it, or no, I can't do it. It was a mandate from the National Commissioners to say they have decided to appoint me to lead a team, not Brigadier Gininda, to say you will work with this team under this unit, the cold case unit. So it was myself, and I dealt with this aspect, my lord, to say there was Lieutenant Colonel Ramohala, Warrant Officer Makubo, and Lieutenant Colonel Buteles, who were seconded to assist in so far as this matter is concerned. So it was not an isolated thing to say it is you who must now deal with this matter, go and assemble your team. I was not given that mandate. I was given an instruction. This is the matter that has been, the police has been seized with, which is unresolved. We are appointing you to lead the team. You will work with these two other members that are seconded under the cold case unit, my lord. That's how it came about. And yes, my lord, I complied with that instruction.
Thank you. Brigadier, before I forget, there's an issue that has been pended here that relates to Exhibit XX, that warning form statement. I think we will revisit that issue and other issues that will arise thereon, or thereat, as and when you will be making available those other forms of the warning statements and stuff like that. I just wanted us to be clear on that one, that it has not been finalized. It's just put in abeyance. Thank you.
Understood, my lord.
Thank you. Then after having assembled a team that you had to work up with, you started to investigate. And then fortuitously, you stumbled upon Constable Zungu.
Yeah, in essence, my lord.
If there's one thing Gininda is always going to do is set the record straight. You're not going to give some funny, hilarious summary about what happened between him and the National Commissioner, well, the former National Commissioner, Sithole. No, he's going to tell it exactly like it is, exactly like it happened, because that is how I became the lead IO, and the record must state it correctly, okay? Not this thing that Mnisi is saying, that the National Commissioner said, we have a little situationship here and we need you. That is not at all how it happened. So you can see Mnisi is laughing away as Brigadier Gininda goes on and on and on and on about how it happened. And now we have arrived at the bus stop, okay? The bus stop of whose evidence? Zungu. Who? Constable Sizwe Zungu. And as you know, on this channel, we call him Zungunizer, in case it's your first time joining us. Yes, yes, yes. So you know what? Let's make that a whole separate video, because why do I get a feeling it's about to get real interesting? So let me end this here. You already know, like, comment, and subscribe if you've made it this far in the video. You absolutely have my heart. Thank you so much. And to my shy gang, I haven't forgotten you guys. You guys, drop a soccer emoji down below in the comment section, because what? It's been a long time since we typed justice for SENZO MEYIWA. We are not forgetting reasons why we are gathered. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.